the box at home. Okay,
You start.
ladies first.
Okay, so for a start, we're just gonna say your name, your year, your degree, and one fact about yourself. So I guess starting from Edwina.
No. Okay, I'm Edwina. I'm in my second year studying computer science. And fun fact about me, I've danced at Disneyland.
Which Disneyland?
Orlando, Florida.
How do I remember this? Hey, my name's Eddy as well, or Edward. I'm a fourth year software engineering student, studying, fourth year software engineering, and I like the gym, I guess.
I'm Ryan. I'm a third year computer science student. Fun fact is I'm in charge of both these people who are hosting the podcast right now.
Can you explain the origin of your weird accent?
Of my weird accent? I'm from New Zealand. Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Do you not know about New Zealand? Oh my gosh.
Get to know the directors.
Alright.
Hey, I'm Angeni. I'm second year computer science student. Fun fact, people call me Genie.
Now, can you explain what your subcom is about?
You guys don't know what media does, and you guys are part of the media subcom?
Other people don't.
Useless. All right, Jeannie, you want to explain?
Wow, thank you. So, I don't know, basically, we make content. So whether that's podcasts, videos, articles, basically making stuff that CSE students would like to learn from or laugh at. I think that describes our stuff.
Yeah, I think just like capturing the vibe of what the society is like, and like time capsuling it into like a podcast or video. That's kind of what we do. Yeah.
I'd love Edwina to answer this question.
So marketing basically just promotes and like brings awareness about CSESoc to all the students so that they know what's going on, so the cool content that's coming out or events that are happening.
Alright, so this one's for marketing. What is good about media?
Oh, actually, no.
So many things.
Could you be more specific?
She's just going through all the things she has to say. There's so many.
One of my favorite things is, I think no.
She's like, what do they do again?
No, I really like the podcasts.
I actually like watching the content they have, like the camp. I actually really enjoyed the camp. Who edited the camp video?
I did the majority of the editing, but Jeannie and Clarence did help.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching because I'm really pedantic about videography stuff. So watching the transitions and the clips and everything, I actually really enjoyed that. So so I appreciate that.
So should we talk about what's good about marketing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Jeannie, you want to start?
You're offloading every question.
That's all we both do.
It's just courtesy.
Me and Ryan
You can
always
go.
place and
Go
You
first.
speak first, and it's like, oh, you go first.
Yeah, you go first.
No, because I need to like see your like standard, and I can beat that. Then.
Okay, all right. I started off. Okay, no, marketing really responsive and like to everything that we like want. Like every time we're like, oh, can we get this like event up real quick? They're like always like, yeah, we'll do it.
Let me correct that. Edwina is responsive to everything.
Actually, that's true. I text Edwina, she does it. I text you in maybe like 2 business days.
1 day or 2 days afterwards.
No, and like I think they do a really good job of like, because we have so much going on. They do a really good job like keeping everyone up to date with it.
Yeah, I'd say like marketing and creative, these two portfolios specifically, like they've probably got like they do like some of the hardest work in the society, because it's like every other portfolio is just like, we want this event, we want like this banner. And it's just like us like chucking like a million requests at once. You guys don't really see this, but we have like our director exec Slack, and like marketing and creative probably like pinged the most on Slack. So like I feel sorry for them because they just get so many requests. They get bothered by everyone. They were like, we want this advertised at this date. We want like these banners. So I think they're like probably like the most hardworking. Well, like they have like a lot on their plate, and so like balancing all that is pretty tough. So kudos to them.
Kudos Edwina. So let me just correct that.
Yeah.
So now we are more into some more specific questions for you guys. So marketing, how does one learn the art of writing event descriptions?
You practice and you just sprinkle emojis everywhere and then you'll be good.
I guess, are there any big moments where like marketing a certain event has gone wrong?
No, not this year, so we hope that it stays that way. We hope that it stays that way.
With that question, it's like we don't really need to do marketing at that point because for CSESoc as a brand, it's okay. Like in the sense we already have a really strong image because we already represent like a large body of people and they actually do want to come to our events. Our events are actually pretty good, unlike some other society I don't want to mention. We have our events are actually very rewarding. You learn a lot from our events, and just because of that, promo for our events is not as difficult as other societies, and the work we have to do is not as intensive in that sense. So it is actually great that our past predecessors actually did a really good job for CSESoc. So. Yeah.
So on the topic of events, what has been your favorite thing to promote so far?
Like favorite event.
What do you guys actually think our favorite event is actually?
To promote?
Yeah. Well, actually, what do you think, from an external perspective, what do you think is the thing we put the most time into?
I've seen a lot of posts for camp leaders recently. Camp 2.0.
Camp 2.0. But, I mean, I said like hoodie pre-orders as well. Like Edwina's been posting a lot in CSESoc, like the group. And I feel like what they do is, you guys notice, like they'll do like like 5 days left till this event, or like 3 days left to this event. So like it builds up, it keeps reminding people that, hey, this event's coming. So I feel like that's pretty good, like that repetition. Because people, if they see an event at first, they'll just scroll past it, maybe. Like they'll just sort of ignore it and I'll come back to it later, like it's in a week's time. So they need that constant reminder. So I think those like little 5 days, 3 days, 1 day left really does help. I think like hiking, there was like a lot of like CSESoc goes hiking. There was like a ton of like, this is coming up, and I'm like, okay, I get it. And then, yeah.
Did you come?
I didn't go. I don't think I was on like Saturday or something, I had something on. But,
Yeah, so how much of the stuff is like you guys being like, oh, we should do this, versus like one of the portfolios being like, can you do this?
Mostly Hurricane, but it's more so the other portfolios ask. It's only recently we're thinking of doing more of like, we're going to do it ourselves and just had it in there.
Yeah, because for like the welcome barbecue, I was like, how do we generate
actually,
interest for that?
What you did is you said, you didn't reveal what the like food was going to be,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
And then they're like, oh, if you want to find out, hit going, because then you'd post, right, and then they get a notification.
Yeah.
And because like this is the bulgogi barbecue, right, in week 1. So at first they were like, oh, we've got a secret, like it's going to be a big barbecue, something secret coming up, like hit going or hit interested to like be notified. And then Edwina revealed that it was like bulgogi. I think that was like, I noticed that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Glad that worked.
But actually on that, yeah, like, because I noticed like we have like, we used to use like Trello, and a portfolio, like the directors, they would put like very vague or very little information about the event, and it's up to marketing to like actually figure out what is this event and how do I like relate this to the general CSE audience.
We usually have to personal message.
Oh,
you
right,
guys
yeah.
to,
Because I noticed it's just like they write like one message, like it was like, I don't know.
Hackathon. It's a hackathon.
Literally, there's literally Trello cards or Airtable cards that literally say it's a hackathon, it's on this day, we have these sponsors, write something.
Yeah, because I feel like, the people who understand the event most, the people who are organizing it. So I think it's up to like these guys to like actually dig more and like find out, what parts are the most attractive, what parts should we really like flex, sort of thing. Yeah.
So to answer the question again, most effort for something was, for me, it was popcorn, because I really enjoyed that. And also just overall, I prefer making, like, sadly, I do a lot of recap stuff because I just enjoy video work. So that's why photo and video work, I enjoy that the most. Edwina's most favorite thing for marketing? The most thing you put the most effort in, I think. That was the question.
Yeah, well, most promotions are pretty much the same with like the countdown stuff, but something we have new coming is like our Instagram. We're hoping to like revamp that.
On the CSESoc website, apparently the marketing team has, claimed that you guys would have a TikTok, but where's the TikTok,
That's on my bad.
Oh my god. Okay, well, for me, like, top priority is like Instagram first, to get that going, because that's still not ready yet. And then maybe if we have time after that, then to explore TikTok.
All right. This is from media. Who's been your favorite guest on Echo?
Me.
the podcast that I have hosted, my favorite guests. So I did two Canva podcasts. I did one with V. Her name's like Vanessa, but her nickname's V.
Wait, Vanessa's the recruitment lead?
No, she's a front-end engineer.
Okay.
Who's also Kiwi, so that was kind of cool. But like, yeah, I did a front-end podcast with her. That was really fun. It's also the most popular Echo podcast right now. Just thought I'd put that out there. Also, Laura Haynes from Canva, she's like the global lead of Canva. So she's like, in terms of the product, like how to like do partnerships with like different companies and stuff. Like Canva do partnerships with like different companies all the time. So she's like top dog. So did an interview with her. That was really fun. But I think like favorite guests in general, we've had in the 2019, they did a lot of like alumni interviews. So they did one with Jake Bloom, who was co-pres of CSESoc in like 2017 or something like that. And like he worked at Facebook and he was like working at a startup when they did the podcast. I thought that was super interesting. I just like it. I like those sort of alumni episodes because it's like, oh, they, took the same class as us. They've walked the same buildings, been in the same campus as us, and like look where they are. They're like in, Silicon Valley doing whatever they're doing. So it's kind of nice when you have someone who came from the same uni as you, who's like doing something really successful. So I thought that was super interesting. Jake Bloom also, I think his name was Conway. He also worked at Microsoft and he was also alumni. So that was pretty interesting, yeah. Oh yeah, that's not like one favorite.
What, sorry?
I just want to like say like.
Yeah. So how many more? Like, do you want to go through the rest of them?
Shout out to the fans.
Shout out everyone.
It's like shout out to the podcasters. I love them.
These were my favorite guests. Yeah.
If I had to pick one, it'd be Tom Coins. We did like he's the Comp 151 course admin. Basically, also just 'cause like when we recorded it, like it was such a mess. Like the room booking fell through, and then like so we had to just like rely on him to like get us a room that he had access to, and then like our mics didn't work, and then he for some reason just had a spare mic that we used to record it. Yeah, that he just carries around. Possibly, so. Anyways, yeah, and then that turned out pretty cool. And then yeah, he talked about a lot about what he's done. So that was my favorite. Yeah.
I think Edwina had a favorite.
I liked the Alex.
Yeah.
The one with Alex.
Actually, that was really cool because we got Alex to talk about like their whole like security life story. Alex Hope, the one who hacked Tony Abbott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great episode.
B-sides. We all went to B-sides.
Was he at B-sides?
He was at B-sides.
Yeah. Nice.
So recently CSESoc uploaded a video, the 73 questions with the CSESoc Director.
That was like months ago.
Recently.
Recently, yeah, within the year, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good for media standards.
Well, yeah. So who edited it?
Oh, so I edited it, yeah.
Okay. Would you like to talk about, I guess, the process of creating the video, or like the challenges that you encountered?
Okay, so every year at the beginning of the year, directors do like a road trip. And so last year, they filmed their Meet the Director videos on road trip. Have you guys seen them?
Oh,
it's like they're sitting on a couch.
That was so cute.
They're just doing, they're like doing interviews, like it's the exec interviewing the directors. So we're like, do we need to do this? So we talked to Jarman, like, do we have time to film some Meet Director videos? And she's like, no, we don't.
We got
We got to see waterfalls. We got
We even got waterfalls.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
We went to the mine.
There was a waterfall.
Yeah, you.
You like swear.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got all up in the waterfall.
Anyway, so she's like, yeah, we don't have time. And we're like, oh, okay, like, do we want to bother doing them? And so
we were like,
we decide no.
No, we decided we weren't going to do the Meet the Directors.
Then, after road trip, Shrey's like on Slack, guys, we forgot to do the videos. And we're like,
But we
never planned to. And he's like, oh, okay. But, like, do we want to still do them? It's like, it's okay, it's up to you guys.
And then at that point,
He really wanted us to do a video. Like, it was very like, yeah, we don't, up to you guys. But if we did, it'd be so good. And so then we're like, okay, sure. And then we somehow like roped marketing in, I think, because like Shrey tagged marketing in like in the Slack thread. Yeah. They were like, okay, so we got to record this video and we got to get it out ASAP because subcom recruitment was like open at the time. It was only open for like 2 weeks. Yeah. So, okay, we got a general meeting on Monday. A general meeting, so every 2 weeks, all the directors or the exec, like they're all together for one meeting. It's our general meeting, so it's every 2 weeks. And it's in person on campus. This is our first general meeting. We're like, okay, so what we can do is we can basically schedule all the directors throughout the day, right? Because except it was a director, meet directors, not meet the exec.
Kai's exec.
And our meeting was at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we pretty much had the whole day, and we just bought new media equipment that we
just
begged
bought
Jarman for.
Yeah. And then I remember we scheduled the first people to come in at like 12 or like 11.
Yeah, I think like Colin and James were first.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh, we'll come in like 1.5 hours beforehand to like prep, like check out the equipment and come up with the idea.
Oh yeah, we had no idea. The 73 questions part came up like 5 minutes before we filmed like workshops, which was the first segment.
Yeah, like James walked in and it's like, what's the idea? No, because like
That
we had like
explains the doc with the random questions.
Yeah,
like 1.5 hours to prep.
Because
And we spent like 1 hour like unboxing the media equipment, like being like, oh my god, this like
so
next
cool.
to this.
But also like
Yeah, because the idea came up so late, we're like, oh shit, we got to think of questions to ask them like as we go, right? So Edwina was there because like marketing sort of helped us.
She was having fun. She was having fun.
I don't know why.
Edwina just turned up early.
Eddie was being helpful.
It was us and Socks, and she was writing the questions for like all the portfolios where we were like filming like all the directors. And yeah, it was like a mad rush or mad.
Why was it a rush? What was the importance of the videos? Because
Oh, it was important because like, well, they really wanted to meet the director video.
It made sense.
And I think it's good because it gave like a name to a face for like the portfolios. Because with last year's, we were gonna originally go with their idea, which was like, if you've watched them, it's literally just like, the questions are just like, oh, introduce yourselves, what does your portfolio do, what are you looking for in your subcom? If you think about it, those answers, those questions aren't gonna change with each year, right? So this year we wanted to like make a video that showed a bit more of our personality, something that stood out, because like, what does workshops do? We make workshops, they said in 2020. 2019. And we make the 2020 video, what are they gonna say? They say the exact same thing, right? Workshops make workshops, like no shit, right? So we're like, okay, like how can we make these videos more interesting? So we wanted to show off like our personality, I guess. So that's why they're a bit more like, even though like they're really short clips, I feel like you can get a good gauge of like what everyone is like in those little clips from the video, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, it was like I remember me and Angeni ended up staying till like really late at uni. Because we did like some portfolios before the meeting. Then we had like a security lecture. And then 8 to 9 we had the meeting. Then from 9 to like 12 we filmed like 5 million portfolios. And yeah.
And then we have to film ourselves.
And we had to film ourselves last. And these guys helped us out. Edwina was like filming. Oh no,
she almost
Eddy was filming.
She almost killed herself.
So if you notice, all the directors, they walk away from the camera. But media was the only one where we were walking towards the camera, which was of course done by design and not by mistake, right? We did it because we're different. It's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
So
Eddie, how is the filming?
It's a feature, not a bug.
You know, I was walking backwards and then I like bumped into like all the tables that were behind me. And so the video's a little bit shaky.
No, you can like see the point where I'm like in the video, like I can anticipate Edwina's gonna hit the table.
Wait, there was one unanswered question by you guys in the video. Who has the better voice out of you two?
Right? I mean, you're listening to the podcast right now.
You're hearing Ryan talk like 80% of the time in this podcast.
I'm sorry, please like interrupt me if I just like keep talking. Yeah, I won't shut up. But like, did you want to say something, Junior?
I was like, better be a good voice if it's
So,
if they're hearing it this often.
Hey, Swana.
One more thing, can I just say like, that video, I was the voice for like all the segments. So now I was like,
You are the voice?
and
He is the voice.
I never really like leave my house, right? I don't really talk to people, right? So that whole day I was talking, and like we were up to like 12, and then like the next morning I got really sick. And I was sick for like 2 weeks after that. After that filming that video.
Because usually he doesn't actually.
I don't talk, like I just don't leave my house, So, and I talked for the whole day, and then, yeah, exactly, yeah. And I woke up, and I was like sick for 2 weeks, and that was fun.
Okay, so you've talked about the challenges of being directors. On the flip side, what's the most rewarding thing about being a director?
Just like making stuff happen. Like, and then seeing like Stalking make stuff happen as well. And I don't know. It's just really cool. Like when you guys go and like make your videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're making videos.
you feel like a happy parent.
Right now.
You feel like a happy parent.
Yeah, it feels like a happy parent vibe.
Well, yeah, mine's the same. Like seeing the subcom get super excited about ideas that you have and ideas that they have, and then working together to like bring it to life is like really cool.
Oh, and also like all the problems that I like, everything that annoyed me last year being in subcom, and now being able to be like, oh, I can like do something about this. This is gonna be you
You're gonna
guys.
roast Clarence right now.
The flip side annoying thing with that is at the same time there'll always be problems that your subcom, like people below you always have about you. Because right now, even as media directors, they might not have it as a big problem, but they have it as something they want to do.
Yeah.
So I can see myself right now, looking at Isaac and Jess's perspective, there were a few things I didn't like about it, and that's why hence I'm trying to do this.
Yeah.
But even as I'm trying to overcome those shortcomings, there's other shortcomings I'm creating because of that. So you always have that the trade-off with your subcom. You can never be perfect because this isn't. Yes, it is a priority, but of course we have other things in life.
Yeah, that's the other thing you realize, that it's like, oh,
There'll always be something like that.
the directors last year, they did a really good job. Like, they did a lot of work, and it's like, it's kind of hard to like get it perfect.
And you don't realize it until you're a director yourself.
Yeah, can I just say, you
notice
don't
now.
realize how much work directors do until you become a director.
Yeah.
I was like, man, media director is easy, right?
And
It's not gonna be that
how
hard.
much it is and how hard
And then
it
I'm
is to
like,
trust and
yeah,
everything.
it's a lot of work. Yeah.
It's mental work as well. It's really hard to just give it off or just let go and just trust. Like the trust and faith is really hard.
Yeah, but like for me, rewarding aspect is like, yeah, watching like you guys like do your stuff, and like we can sort of like we still have to, you know, help you guys out, book rooms and help set up equipment, but the creativity is in your hands, and you guys are choosing the direction of these projects, and we can just sort of sit back and be like, just watch you guys do it. And even like just seeing you guys get along as well, like as a subcom, like bonding and stuff.
Oh, yeah, subcom bonding.
Like, did someone say family? Like, I feel like I'm just a happy parent, like just watching you guys like get along. That's like very good.
Keith bullies me all the time. What do you mean?
The thing is that when you're like recruiting subcom, like you get to know everyone individually, right? When you interview them, but you're like, oh, what about the dynamics? Will they all get
I
along?
was so anxious, like, oh my god, are they gonna like
Yeah, I think they like each other because we know like, oh, we like this person, but will they like each other, right? Because they're gonna work with each other for the rest of the year. So we're like, oh, we've got to think about like dynamics and stuff. And honestly, someone might say, oh, you know, I planned this. Like I planned that these two people would get along with
That's
this
an
group.
Evan thing.
That's bullshit.
That's
like
an Evan-
honestly, like it's luck.
That's
I
an
feel
Evan-
like
that's
I,
an Evan
I feel like
thing.
it's luck. Whether you're like a bit of like luck, and there's a little bit of like control stuff you can do, but at the end of the day, it's sort of like you can like facilitate bonding. You just have to hope. Yeah.
Because as directors, the thing is, when you're a subcom member, all you're worried about, say for example, for marketing media, you're in charge of the content. You're in charge of creating the content, actually making sure it goes out to, I guess, production or to the public. As a director, you are in charge of the content, but your main priority is actually in charge of the subcom, in charge of the people that you're under, taking care of you. You're no longer you are still directly interacting with the content, but you need to worry about the people more than the content, because the people's development and growth is actually more important than at the end of the day, the content. Like, there's no point to you doing it if your subcon doesn't learn jack. Yes.
Yeah. So like, yeah, don't like invest in your content, sure, but invest in the people first, and that will pay off with the content that does come out of the team, right? So yeah, invest in your team, and then the best content will come out of that. Yeah.
That's why people are so happy parents.
Yeah, happy parents.
That's why.
Honestly,
That's why people. That's why
a
generally-
perfect analogy. Just happy parent is like the most rewarding part of it.
Because that's the most rewarding part. Seeing people grow.
Yeah.
Do you think you work well with your co-director?
No. I don't like Jeannie. But marketing, go first.
And like, how do you distribute work between you two?
So Edwina does all the work.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. So marketing has like two kind of sub teams within it. So we have like a photo video side, which concentrates on photo and video, and the social media side. And so Eddy like more looks after the photo video side, because like that's his like.
She deals with the people side. I can't be bothered dealing with people. It's a lot of the people side, so most of the subcon stuff.
But yeah, that's how we like split the workload. Yeah.
But do you guys think you get along?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Honest answer, I like to think so, but like I don't trust people when they say yes to everything. So I want to hear people when they in the sense like you find the most out of people when they're at the lowest, and you find when they're at the breaking point. So I don't mean to say that Edwina has seen a breaking point, but I've seen just like I don't.
It's going deep.
Keep going.
I enjoy. I trust. No. I trust people the most when I've seen them at their lowest, because at that point you know how their true self is. Because quite often some people put like you don't know how a person is. You don't know their life experience. You don't know them as a person. So you don't know what they've been through. So you can't just assume things. So when they put on a face, maybe that is their face. Maybe there isn't their face. You just don't know what type of character they are.
Eddy's wise. I didn't even realize. Dude.
She's seen me at my lowest, so like she actually
wise.
what she says about me, then fine, I trust that. But like, I trust her in that sense. But it's like I want to see what she is at her lowest and what she does.
Angry Eddy.
No, I'm actually curious about it, because that's when you truly trust people. Because that's the whole point of forming storming stage when you're doing a team. Forming and storming is when you're literally breaking each other down and bashing heads. For me, I'd rather bash heads to the point you're at the bottom, and then where I see you at your lowest and then build you back up. That's what I'd like to see. That's how you build a team.
I think we've just normalized being annoyed at each other. So, so I think I think what's generally good is like we communicate in the sense that like if we find something, actually do not.
So it's the same thing as me. He doesn't tell you.
I'm just smiling. Keep going.
No, yeah, like we'll tell each other if we don't like something, and we're pretty honest with each other. So like I think we like work well together.
Yeah.
And stuff get done. Oh, except the thing is like, okay, our main problem is we want to do everything. So like, you know how we were supposed to like split up projects? Like I was in charge of like half projects and then Ryan's in charge of half.
We have a Notion and we have all the projects that are going on in term 2. And we're like, okay, Jeannie, you like look after this project or these projects, and Ryan looks after these projects. But I haven't checked Notion in like ages.
So we have as well. We've done the same problem as well.
So I'm already like, were you supposed to book the history of computing room, or was that me? Like,
It's like that, yeah.
Yeah,
it's like,
up there.
it's like, it's like if something's really exciting. Like, am I supposed to be in charge of Let's Plays or is it you?
So,
Well,
long story short, it's hard delegating stuff.
yeah, no, it's the delegating part where I don't know.
It's like whoever sees this
And it's not
notification
because
first kind of just like comes in.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that, but also because we both care about Let's Plays, right?
Yeah.
We want the live stream to go well.
Oh, Let's Play
So
tonight.
yeah, it's tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
it's not so much Jeannie's in charge of or Ryan's in charge of. We just really both want to like get in and like make it good.
Do stuff.
Yeah. Again, it's just up to us to like trust the subcom. But yeah.
So, another question, related to being directors. How do you balance director work with uni work and other commitments?
How do
Good
you?
question.
I would love to know.
Great
Please tell
question,
me.
yeah.
Keith, can you tell me? Wise man.
Well, I'm not a director, so I wouldn't know.
It's in a sense like, how does the subcom do it? So of course, subcom tends to be first and second.
They're first years. They don't have jobs.
No.
Do you have jobs?
Wow, that's a big assumption, mate.
Yeah.
Just discredit your subcom, mate.
No, I'm just asking. Guys,
Just
work.
asking.
Like, do you balance like work and like school?
I don't even work, and
Yeah, see, I knew it.
What the fuck, bro? Ask the fuck, what, brother?
but I mean, I was asking how do you balance director work, not subcom work. So
It's okay. It's how do you balance stuff? Honestly, it's a time management question.
You don't really.
don't.
You can't just like, oh, what needs to be done now, and you try to do it with at least the least amount of procrastination as you can muster in that moment, and then you kind of just do things. You try to organize, I guess. Like, I try to like block off one day to do like uni work. That never works. But I'm trying.
Yeah, I think we're all still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
The only thing is, you never really figure it out. It's always like a always constant state of I'm always trying to figure out, and always what you're doing right now is the best that you can do right now. So when you say, when people say they have everything figured out, I call BS, because you can never have like everything figured out.
Well, they paint this picture that
Paint
they
picture.
have everything figured out.
So if you
like, on the
if
outside.
you want an honest picture, we don't know, but if from as best practice, like Jeannie said, they try to block out as much time. For me and Edwina, we also do that. Edwina does it better than me, but we try to block out a certain amount of time to do it. But with directorship, it's just something you have to do every day at the end of the day. It's really difficult because sadly this life happens. Like literally the only way I deal with it is like just shit happens. It just happens, so you just deal with it.
Yeah, it's like you kind of have your like list of stuff to do, and then you just sort it by priority, and you just try to pick your way down that list.
I think one thing that helps is that there's like there's like 21 directors, right? So we're kind of all in this together. So I feel like it's nice when you're not the only one struggling. As in, like, you know, as in, like, you know, where, like, you know, like, you look at Slack, we open whatever, and you see, like, every portfolio is, like, putting in 100% work, 100% passion. So you don't feel like you're alone, like, struggling with, like, time management, balancing uni work and like, director work.
Like, you saw at camp, there were a bunch of camp leaders all on their laptops, right? Like, doing an assignment. Like, that,
And, like, and a lot of time we take the same subject, so we can, like, you know, we have mutual subjects like security, and, like, you know, we're all, like, struggling to do that while, like, you know, doing whatever else we're doing in term one. So, like, it helps when there's other people who are, you know, A, putting in as much work as you are into, if not even more, into the society, but they're also at the same time still balancing work, extracurriculars, uni work. So we have each other, which is, like, nice. So you're not alone, if that helps, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's very forgiving. So at the end of the day, as we have a good team. That's why. Like, overall, like, the execs and the director team are actually very forgiving in that sense, very supportive in that stage.
Yeah, I actually think the exec did a really good job of, like, picking directors. 'Cause I think, like, everyone's super cool.
Sure. They're really on top of things. Like,
Yeah, everyone's, like, really onto it.
I think Edwina had something to say on that point as well.
No, sometimes
Sorry.
there'll be no.
I just shut up.
It's fine.
can I just have, like, a button like, mute?
Like, yeah. Sorry, go, yeah.
No, but it'll be like Michael will, like, remind us about, like, promo that we should do, or, like, oh, can you post on the Discord? Which is, like, really good for us because there's so many events, and so it's hard to keep track sometimes of all the events you have. So, like, little reminders from the exec are really good.
Yeah. So we've gone out of our ways to do, like, a little research on you guys, like a background check. And so, like, your lives outside of being a CSESoc director. So I guess starting with Edwina. So you started dancing at, like, the Dance Theatre Network at the age of 6. So I was just wondering, do you think you are the best dancer in CSESoc?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you don't know, the answer is yes, because she has a whole freaking trophy at home, like literally a whole shelf.
Oh, I've seen your trophies.
It's like 30 trophies.
Do you have the most dancing trophies out of any director?
Probably.
Why is it a probably? So what is it? That's the actual. So do you think you're the best?
Wait, well, who else?
Ju, Anthony, Esther.
Yeah, because I still teach now as well. So. And
She's just saying yes.
I
That's how much. That's why she's like, I'm just a teacher. What do you
I don't want to say yes, I'm going to present the facts.
the fact, you know, I'm just the best. Like, you know, just walk it.
I mean, you did your ballet exams all the way up to grade 8.
Oh my god, how do you know all of these? Oh
Even
my
I
God.
didn't do that in-depth research.
Oh my god, that's so...
Okay, well, as the best dancer in CSESoc, who do you think would be the best at dancing out of these 3?
Oh no.
Oh, you could say who's the worst.
Oh, yes, yeah, rank them all.
Rank.
Rank them.
Have you seen us dance?
Oh my god, okay.
Or, like, who do you think? Yeah.
Okay, let me think.
Fuck. I'll never emotionally.
I'm meant to be the one that swears all the time.
I'll never emotionally recover from this.
Okay, let me think. Because these are my thoughts. Okay, so Jeannie skateboards, right? So she has, like, good body awareness, you know, like, right?
Balance?
Like, balance? Like,
Have you seen how much I fall on my skateboard?
Okay, I'm gonna...
Just skip to Eddy.
No, okay. So best dancer to least best dancer.
Least best.
I'm gonna say,
Least best. Least best.
and I feel like you have good coordination too. Okay,
I don't like how you guys pose this question. We're having a meeting after this.
Okay. Here we go. Eddy,
Wait, which Eddy?
you. It's Alice.
Right. I thought she was talking about herself.
You. Jeannie.
See how it
I'm
is.
sorry.
All right, this was fun. I'll see you guys later.
I'm sorry.
No, have I ever seen you dance?
I've never seen you
I've-
dance.
Right now, let's
Can we go clubbing?
Go.
Can we go clubbing together? There's a club tonight.
I don't think I've seen any of these guys dance, and I've never danced with any of these guys, so I guess.
So you danced
Benefit of the
before.
doubt.
So we have video? Did you have?
Benefit of the doubt. We've never seen each other dance. Well, at least us three.
There's a reason why I don't dance.
Just because I'm just so good at it. Like, she hides. It's a private thing, you know.
Saw it, like you'd be like, oh my gosh, can't
Yeah,
handle it.
yeah.
Okay, Edward. So, your fun fact was that you go to the gym. So, yeah, how much can you bench?
110 kg
10. That's pretty good.
for 3. Yeah, 3.
Three reps. Wow. Okay. How much can you squat?
That's pretty bad. It's like 140.
Okay, well, that's all better than me.
It's 140, 140 for 5. It's pretty bad.
Okay. Well, yeah, I couldn't do much research, obviously, on you. You hide yourself pretty well.
Okay, so Ryan,
Yeah.
why is your Minecraft YouTube channel so criminally underrated?
What? I have a Minecraft YouTube channel. You sure?
Can we plug that?
Yeah, we'll plug it in.
Yeah. Like, this is when Minecraft was super popular.
It's still popular.
But it was, okay, like, everyone around me was playing
Honest
it.
answer is yeah.
It was like hype. And my friend was like, yo, do you want to start a Minecraft YouTube channel?
Also, it wasn't your idea.
No, it wasn't my idea. I was actually like near the end of my Minecraft like phase, but this extended it. He was like, oh yeah, we should start up a YouTube channel. And it took some convincing. But then we started it.
Hey, man, don't need to hug
it's,
yourself. It's alright.
Oh,
It's okay.
yeah.
Feel
I just
defensive
love
about it.
myself. And yeah, I mean, you've seen the content, right, guys? It's pretty amazing.
haven't.
It's pretty good stuff.
I don't even know what you
yeah.
have.
So it was me and my mate Jason. We started it. It's good quality, would you say, Michelle? Is it?
Yes.
Is it what? Yeah, it's
Very
amazing.
good quality. Have your like Minecraft skills improved compared to before? Are you now Minecraft Pro?
No,
you
I've,
trained
I've gotten significantly worse since my glory days of Minecraft. Yeah. Like media have played Minecraft a couple times before, and it's me just asking like Michelle and Maria for like weapons and food when I die.
I just steal it.
Yeah, like I'm just like asking myself to give me like items because I just keep dying. Yeah, I don't think I like made a single thing myself. Yeah, I just like leashed off my subcon.
Okay, so, Genie.
Yes.
Okay, so you've had a very lucrative career in filmmaking. Could you please explain the in quotation marks, uplifting and uproarious film Airhead? So what's,
Is
what's
this the one with the
inspiration?
balloons?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration meaning
Oh
behind?
my gosh, I didn't really think people would like find it because it's on my school's like. Okay, so basically, for English in year 9, we had to do a film project, right? And then so we were like, okay, so the inspiration for Airhead. So the theme was circles. I don't know why. And then we were going to, at the time, does anyone remember watching like the mannequin, not the mannequin challenge, but the mannequin head challenge?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was like some people on Twitter or something, they'd put mannequin heads and then put like a hoodie over themselves and then just like made the best dance videos. And so we were like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we like did an entire like video with those mannequin heads? And then I think shipping or something, it wasn't coming by the time it was like due. We needed to film, and then so we were like, what's the next best thing? Let's blow up a balloon and use that instead. So we have an entire video about a person who wakes up one day and then finds their head has turned into a balloon, and then they go through the day and they're like really sad, and it's like really reflective, and then until at a fateful moment at their lowest point, they look up and they see another head in front of them. And then like the angels come down, and then it's like that like, generic like angel like heavenly music, and then they touch foreheads, touch balloon heads, and they skip off.
They pop.
And they skip off into the sunset. This is a happy story.
When I watched this, what they did with the audio is they didn't record any audio. All they did is add Foley effects and post. So there's no natural audio. All the sound effects are added in post.
Yeah, because I was like, audio always
just
sucks.
sounds-
Because
it
the entire
sounds,
thing's filmed on my
Out
like.
of sync comic book.
It actually.
You guys have known each other for so long then.
No, he found.
Oh,
it.
no,
There was one day where he decided to stalk me.
No. We were.
Because you nine, so like.
No, he
Oh.
stalked. This was.
No. This was. Okay, this was during subcom recruitment, and we were just looking at some videos, and
Looking at some videos. He
And
googled
her-
Angeni by.
and her. No. This is. You don't remember this? This is when we were after a meeting. We were looking at subcom recruitment, and like your video just popped up.
Oh, because someone made apply for media subcom, and you know how we asked for like a portfolio, like anything
Yeah.
you've done before. Someone
We
put
in
in.
their video, and then in the recommended head.
No, they put in that video.
Oh wait, yeah.
It was Timmy.
Sorry.
It was Timmy.
Oh yeah. It was Timmy. Yeah.
They
yeah.
put in that video and submitted it in
Timmy
the
from
media
Students.
application.
Timmy from Students.
I was like, surely not Timmy.
Okay, so let's move on to talking about like being CSESoc students. So, what is your favorite comp course?
What is it, Jeannie? Let's hear it. Your favorite or
Wait,
worst?
I know. Wait, I feel like Eddie. I know your favorite.
What do you think?
Is it 6080?
Yeah, it is.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because the whole time, every time I hate JavaScript. I hate front end programming.
Yeah, no, I
So-
second that. Oh,
So I would like text like, I don't know how to do this, I hate this, and then every time she'd just be like, oh my god, I love JavaScript. She's like, this is the greatest thing ever, and I'm like,
It's just fun because you can like make games and stuff, and then you can see it like happening. It's cool.
like the instant gratification is like the big attraction, right? Yeah.
So, Jeannie, what's your favorite then?
Yeah. What's your
it was
favorite?
my favorite.
Wait, let me see if I can guess it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say comp.
Oh, that's correct. It's,
Good start. Good start. Good start. 1531.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you,
Because back end.
Yeah.
She likes back end.
I like backend stuff.
what, post request stuff? REST API stuff?
It was just Python. Python's like fun. Python like makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be my second favorite if I had to.
Doesn't. Okay.
They're both Hayden Smith courses as well. Oh, true.
Back end.
Yeah.
Ryan?
Me? There's this course called Comp 4128. You have to take like the algos course before. It's like a competitive programming course. It's really fun. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's
You're pretty good at.
it's pretty fun. It's just like it's not practical for like software engineering, but it's just good for your brain. Like it's good problem solving.
Does that help? Does like competitive help with like Optiva like interview challenges?
Oh yeah, I'd say well, competitive programming in 4128. Like competitive programming is like overkill for programming interviews. You don't need to like know all these fancy stuff. But what is useful is just the problem solving. Like also that in a contest you got a lot of like time pressure and just pressure in general, and that's good practice for when you do an interview when it's just you and another engineer on a Zoom call and it's very awkward and you want to die. But that sort of like pressure and that sort of problem solving thing on the spot, that's very important. Yeah. Eddie.
Oh, you remembered. Oh, damn. My answer was actually security with 6841. I hated it. I loved it and I hated it at the same time. Just relationship, because how the course is managed is a very hate relationship part of me, but I liked it because it was interesting. Like just knowing how things work and just being able to break things is actually really
This is
fun.
a cybersecurity course, by the way. 6841.
Yeah. Extended. It's
Extended.
extended.
cybersecurity.
I really hated, but I really loved it. People I hated, like the admins, but yeah, the content is really cool.
Okay, so where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh, Edwina loves to answer this. I want her to answer
What is
this.
this, a job interview?
Yeah, it's like,
I want Edwina to answer
it's
this
like,
question. I
No,
want Edwina to
no.
5 years.
No, we were talking about this on the way here, and I was like, I don't know. But when I thought about it, probably like definitely doing some sort of programming in some way. Like obviously, probably working, but I do want to keep programming because it's what I like to do and I love to do. Yeah, that's all.
Jeannie?
What is this deflection? Eddie, go, come on.
Jeannie?
Oh, yeah, go, Genie, go.
I don't know, in 5 years, hopefully traveling or something. Yeah. I don't know career-wise.
Why not just life-wise in general? Life-wise.
Life-wise in general.
Because your life isn't just career. You're going to be working for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
You could,
So that's what-
assume you live to
yeah.
100 or 80. You have about 60 years to live. What would you do? So if you put 5 years isn't that
You're
much.
changing the question.
No, 5 years. I think 5 years, 5 years,
Just say
5 years.
when
time.
you're 24, 25.
24, 25. I don't know, traveling, meet people. In a different, like having a better perspective on things than I have now. I don't know, that's very vague, but I kind of want to just explore and see what I could try.
You're going to be backpacking and finding yourself.
That's
I'm going to go back.
cool, that's cool. Would you like travel alone? Because some people like really like solo travel, because like they say other people like
Get in the
get in the way of distraction, which is fair enough, yeah. Because like Is that something?
It depends
you
if I have a
do?
friend who I want to travel with.
Yeah.
And if I don't.
Like what the max?
Let's go.
We're going traveling?
What's
Let's
the
go.
max group you would take traveling on this like big adventure?
Like, this is like 2. Or like, you would.
So just you and another friend.
Or like myself, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 people.
So it's me, myself, and I. So it's 3 people. So that's just 3 people.
Or you can like link up with people like around. So like some people like accompany you on this part of the trip, some people
right, yeah.
on that part of the trip. I don't know. And I don't have to travel the whole time. I could like come back. I don't know.
I haven't really thought about it. So, career-wise, no idea. I don't think I want to be coding for the rest of my life. So, that could
God, I
spin
wasn't the only one that thought
that could
that.
spin off into something different. Life-wise, wait, so I'd be like 25. Fuck, I don't know.
My 25 is not midlife crisis time.
Yeah, it's like quarter-life
I
crisis.
like you're still like living your life. Like you can still have
yeah,
fun.
just living my life.
25.
I know.
Just- I don't know. Be more wise than I am now, hopefully. You know.
It's very arbitrary.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't really think about this stuff. Yeah, just be a better person than who you were 5 years before, which...
Should be doing every day, man.
Yeah, every day. Yeah,
I'm just joking.
No, that's true.
Awful person until
That's true.
until 2026. And then
Until the day I turn, until my birthday, I'm the same person, and I suddenly just change. Yeah, yeah, no, just self-improvement, I guess. Yeah.
With the 5-year, I think that question is like from a 5-year plan perspective. When people say they have a 5-year plan, I call BS. Just a lot of I don't want to dig, but commerce students, they always say they have a 5-year plan. I swear to Allah, like literally, it's not, you don't have a 5-year
oh,
plan.
they have like, I'm gonna have this job at this company and I'm gonna have this job at this company. I'm like,
I find it like from a perspective like software, like because I do commerce as well, software, we have very carefree, I guess, because by nature, like, I don't know, we problem solve. So at the end of the day, it will solve itself at the end. We find that we'll solve it. We'll figure it out because by nature we have to. Like we're trained a whole degree to figure stuff out as it goes. So we can figure stuff out literally. If something hits the fan, we need something, we can do it. So if you want personally my answer is the same as everyone's. We don't know. It's life literally just takes you wherever you want. And if you want career-wise, I don't know. I want to run a business. I want to start up my own business, my own startup. But yeah. And for coding, I don't want to be coding all my life, but I do want to keep it as this core of everything I do, which is problem solving, which by nature, that's what coding is.
Yeah, take away the problem-solving aspect of coding. You don't have to keep the actual coding part of coding, but the problem-solving aspect, which you like gain from that skill, is pretty valuable. And yes, sorry, I'm kicking the table.
No, because coding, it's by nature, the languages always change. People always, like, coding is always developing.
Yeah, imagine betting your whole career on a
Language.
framework
On a
made by
language.
Facebook at front end. I'm just joking.
Imagine that, yeah, but on a
No,
language.
no, technologies change. Yeah.
Like, by nature, everything changes. And the only thing you can keep at the center of it is your ability to solve problems. That is by nature how engineers are relevant. That's the
adapt,
reason why
yeah.
we're relevant, because we can solve. That's why people want engineers majority of the time, because we can solve problems. Yeah. So languages always change.
So now we're going to play a game of Guess Who out of the directors in CSESoc.
Basically, we'll give you a fact, and each of you have a guess as to which director this fact belongs to.
So is it any director?
Yeah,
Any
any-
exec?
And
Could be, yeah, it could be exec or director, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. One of the
Okay.
questions relates to Shrey and Michael. One of them's related to one of them.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm colorblind.
Is it blind or colorblind?
Colorblind.
Because if it's blind, I'm saying Genie. Because she just like sees my messages on Messenger. She just reads them, just doesn't pay attention to them. Yeah.
no, you look at the preview, never but I know you're reading
That's
the
true,
previews.
to be fair.
I know he's
Out of
reading
us
the
two, I ghost the most, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. Sorry, colorblind. Yeah. Who do you think?
I think it's Sandeep.
Sandeep.
I don't know.
It'd be funny if it was a creative director
Exactly.
who's colorblind.
I swear it's Shrey, wasn't he?
I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna Shrey.
Was Shrey colorblind? I swear Shrey was colorblind.
I'm just gonna guess James.
James. Yeah, I'm just go with
Random guess.
Shrey as well.
Well, you got pretty close to Sandeep, but the actual person's Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
So it is a creative
It is a
director.
creative
Creative
director,
director.
yeah.
Okay. Next fact. This person used to be able to recite pi to 80 digits at around age 14 to 17.
I reckon Evan Lee would just like
Evan would so know.
would just for some reason just like know it because it's funny something.
I'm gonna go with Clarence on this one.
No way.
I'm gonna go with the secretary.
It was a question in the camps. It was a camp question.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a camp thing, so I
Oh,
thought you guys
shit.
would remember it.
I don't remember it.
Wait, so do you remember?
I don't remember. I didn't care, so I was like, oh yeah, cool.
Well, it's German.
Charming. I was close with an exec, right? Yeah.
I literally was thinking, no way is it Java.
Okay, I'll do this one. I've never seen Star Wars and am too afraid to admit it.
I feel like someone's told me this.
Yeah, this sounds really familiar. Like we've done like these sort of icebreakery things before. I just wasn't paying
No idea.
attention.
Let's go.
No, but like, who would say they're too afraid to? I feel like Anthony. I don't know.
Anthony has no shame, so I feel like
Oh, half. Depends on the situation. Yeah, so sack it. Send it. Anthony?
Yeah. No, it's Esther.
Esther.
Are you kidding me?
Close. They're
Yeah,
both
they're
female.
Oh my god, you did not just pull that card. You did not just pull the female card.
Esther.
Close.
You guys pulled the same cards. It's like, oh, it's close to the exact.
We just
The
like to
cyberpunk.
stir shit, yeah.
Okay, here's your next fact. I'm a big Britney Spears fan.
Come on,
Oh,
Right.
is that Anthony?
Genie.
Or was that Carly Rae?
me.
You right?
Oh,
You
it's-
also.
We have a director playlist. Like, did anyone put on Britney Spears?
I don't touch the playlist, she would.
You would put Britney Spears on it.
So it's not us, right?
It's not you four.
Okay. I'm going Anthony. I'm going Anthony again.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ah, see, I know.
Alright, real questions. Let's go. Let's go real questions.
Okay, here's the real question. The real fact. Someone almost ran over a pedestrian around a month ago.
I'd say it's Colin. Only because on our road trip, we were driving, like we're all in separate cars, and he drove. So in Australia, right, we drive on the left-hand side of the
Sorry,
road.
you're from New Zealand, mate.
And
Sorry, in
we
Australia.
were turning left, and then he just suddenly, because I was in the car behind him, I was like, wait, is Colin driving on the wrong side of the road? Like, we're here, he's over there. I'm like, Randy, is he on the wrong side? It's like, yeah, what's he doing? And it took about like, I swear, like 8 seconds for him to realize. And suddenly the car just swerves to the right side, to the left side. That's why I picked Colin. Yeah.
You're in Hazelwood.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, Hayes, Colin, sure. But I'm going with Colin, yeah.
Well, Sandeep.
Oh,
So basically, you know how the pedestrians sometimes see the light turn yellow, right? And then they walk like preemptively. So then this guy does that, and then Sandeep has to brake and dodge him. And worst of all, he had to run a red light or something. Yeah, so like...
so it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, he said, can it please be mentioned that the pedestrian deserved to be run over? Okay. What's the best piece of advice someone has ever given you?
I'm not going first this time.
Eddy, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, we'll go reverse order.
So, best piece of advice, honestly, I can't think of one because honest answer, like, advice is, you hear so much advice from so many people, it's hard to resonate with a lot of them. So for me, I resonate by a certain mentality or certain quote, just be yourself and just do it. So by that, it means like just be yourself in the sense, I've dealt with a lot of fake people in my life. So like I prefer to be very honest and very straightforward with people. It's by that way you don't have to clear a filter, less energy, just be honest and authentic as possible. So by doing that as well, you can also see how hardworking people are. So by nature, like by just do it. I either do nothing or I do everything to the nth degree. So I go over the top or I do nothing, as you can tell from. If you notice from any of the marketing, you can actually tell how I do my stuff. It's either I do nothing, which Edwina, that's why I keep praising Edwina, or I go over the top with any promo or any edits. So by that, it's just do it because at the end of the day, no one's going to do it but you. If you have a problem, no one's going to solve it but you because only you see the problem at that time. So yeah, so just be honest and just do it. That's the mentality I try to embody. But advice, don't have any, honestly.
But that in itself is advice, right? Like, don't do something if you're not going to put 100% effort, go over the top with it. I wouldn't say like there's a number one advice that is better than all of them, but just not to plug our own stuff, but if you guys have listened to the Hayden Smith Echo episode, which is really good, by the way, like it's so good. Hayden Smith is a really interesting dude, but he said this thing on the podcast where he's like if you this idea that if you like, compliment someone, if you notice someone that does something nice, like makes a nice thing, or you want to like compliment them, or like, it takes like very little energy. So this idea of input and output, where if I like saw someone made this really cool thing and I send them a message on Messenger saying like, oh, great job, I really enjoyed this piece of thing. That took a very little amount of energy. It took you to open Messenger, type in like a couple of sentences, hit enter. But the output, like the feelings that they'll feel is major. So there's a massive like surplus in like how much energy you put in, but how much gratitude they felt. So I feel like if there's, and that's why I like on Discord and Facebook, we have like our shout outs for our CSESoc team. I really like that because it's so easy just to type a message in Discord or Slack being like, shout out to this director or this subcom who did this thing. And like, it's really easy, but also I'm hoping that the people on the receiving end feel that gratitude.
I remember that time that I think you shouted out Ronnie, and then she like took the opportunity to like shout out some other people in the replies, and then he takes a screenshot and sends it to me, and it's like, why didn't she think of me?
Ignore what Genie says. But yeah, like basically, yeah, this idea that Hayden was
We're
saying,
just gonna move on from that.
Ryan's just a softie and a cutie at the end of the day.
yeah, like for you to like, make someone feel a lot of gratitude, it takes a very small amount of energy a lot of the time. It takes like what, like
Like,
a
it
minute,
doesn't take
a
a
minute
lot
out
to
of your
make
day,
someone's day.
and the massive surplus or profit in like energy is amazing.
I like that. I'm going to take that as my advice.
Yeah.
But didn't.
Hayden Smith didn't say that. Ryan said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I expect shout outs now from all you guys to me. Thanks. I'm joking. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like I forgot about that, but that was like something that was really nice. But I think in general, I don't know. I try not to listen to because I feel like everyone has an opinion on things, and like, yeah, I've tried not to take on as much as like what other people think that I should be doing, I guess. Yeah.
Like commitments and stuff. Like commitments. And
No, just like advice on like what I'd be
Alright,
doing
yeah.
or like how I should live my life and stuff like that. Which sounds very arrogant, but but it's kind of like, I don't know.
It's your life at the end of the day.
Yeah, if you try to take on everyone's advice, it's very, I don't know. It just gets noisy, I guess. And I think it's easier to try and figure out more, like try to figure out what you actually want. Yeah, I don't know. But also the Hayden Smith advice, that's also very good.
I feel like the best advice is so hard to think of. Just a nice piece of advice that you've heard. Because I feel like one piece of advice is not better than all of them. Like you can't rank.
By nature, when you have to listen to good advice, you have to be at a point where you're needing that advice. Quite often, everyone thinks they should give you like Angeni said, everyone has your 2 cents on how you should do things, but at the end of the day, you don't really receive it unless you really need it at that point. Like in high school, they tell you should do this because the teachers think you need it. But sadly, Edwina has been very fortunate in the sense that she actually knew what she really liked and she really enjoyed programming from a young age. So she already had internally a very good foundation to think, okay, not much advice in the sense, like she hasn't hit her lowest point to actually receive, I guess.
But that's like programming wise, right?
But that's also
Like in
internally
life,
in life ways. Because all the things you've learned has actually at the end of the day helped you solve a lot of your problems, solve a lot of your issues. You problem solve a lot of your problems like that way. So yeah. So she's her honest answer. She told me she didn't know what the frick to say.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, can I say something to do with like skateboarding? I guess like.
Oh, here we go.
Skateboarding! She wanted to mention skateboarding in the podcast somehow.
Okay, because the nature of skateboarding, right, is you try a trick like over and over again, and you're gonna fall over and you're gonna like seriously injure yourself. But if you wanna like achieve that trick, you just like what you need to do is just get back out there and just like try it over and over again. And I feel like that's like a general like metaphor for life. Like you can fail at something one time. You'll probably fail at something one time, but
You will fail at one.
you will fail at things. You will. What a revelation. But like, but like the important thing is like you get back up and like ultimately like the people who end up succeeding is the people who like aren't afraid to fail and try again and improve and change every single time.
She's got that written on her wall on a poster, the skateboarding poster she got when she was 13.
And the reason why she's so successful is because she's failed the most out of everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, basically like don't be afraid of failure. Just like try and try it.
That's really hard to do though. Like, don't you think? Yeah. It's
That's
hard
why you
to
have
do.
to have the passion for it, and hence why I said.
I think it's like you gotta like lose. I think it's like because you go like hurts a little bit when you fail and you're like, oh, I don't want to like go through that again, and you have to like learn to like not care about that.
Yeah.
But why do you think you care about your ego then? Why no one on that note? Yeah, why do you care about your ego in that sense?
Yeah, I think I used to like I'd be like, oh, I want to like look like I know what I'm doing.
Look to who?
Like the rest of the world.
No one really cares at the end of the day. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. So. Yeah. So once you realize that, like no one, like it doesn't really matter to, it only matters to yourself, and so yeah.
Alright, so we have, I guess, one more serious question. What makes a successful uni student, and do you think you are one yourself?
That's fine. Yes. So successful. He's a tutor. He's got off to
Wait, but success is like it's relative to what you think success is. So
Yeah, because like
if someone doesn't want to work at a trading firm, then if someone then that's someone it's not one. This is success. This is success depending on how you want to define it for yourself.
Because I think a lot of us are like successful in the sense that like it seems successful from like I don't know. Does that make sense? Like being a tutor seems successful. Being like a they're kind of more like status symbols and stuff.
Yeah, because have you seen Jeannie's My Experience? It's brutal. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just joking.
Please don't.
Have you seen
I
my
haven't-
experience?
I haven't-
I don't know. But yeah, like the things are, I think being successful is more about figuring out what you want to get out of uni and doing those things rather than, I think worse is when you're like, oh, I think that's super cool, but you never go out and try to do it. I think it's unattainable. So I think as a successful uni student, you imagine what you want to do and then you like at least try your best, like doing those things and don't like hold yourself back. And it's like, okay, again, it's okay if you like fail or whatever, but like the important part is that you tried.
That was great. Yeah, I think it's also not putting too much pressure on yourself to like reach certain goals you have. Like you said, like yes, have those goals, but then don't like beat yourself down about it if you don't reach that straight away. Like you'll get there eventually. So just like I think a good uni student is like someone who just keeps trying, just keeps working hard to towards something that they want to do. Yeah.
I have 2 points about that. On that point, yes, it's on the note for Ryan said it's defining your own success. What is success in your eyes? What is success in our eyes? Like what I find successful is different from what you think is successful. So at the end of the day, it's all relative, yes, and it depends on your definition of success. On the note with everyone having such high expectations, it's difficult as people we naturally want to do amazingly well, and we see other people we naturally want those things, but it's very easy to overestimate how much we can do. It's very easy to overestimate, and therefore we feel bad about ourselves because we're not doing it.
Like you see everyone at uni balance 10 million commitments, 5 subcoms or play 3 sports and take 5 subjects in one trimester, and 10 million hobbies. It's sort of this hustle culture. You should if you're not balancing a million things, then you're not really pushing yourself or you're not successful. I think there's no shame in doing less things, but doing less things but better. So quality over quantity, because a lot of times if you're balancing 10 million things, but you're not having enough time to dedicate enough time to each thing, it feels like you're not really making progress. Where if you take on less stuff, but put more energy into those few hobbies or interests that you really care about, you feel like you get more out of life. I think everyone just thinks you need to balance 10 million commitments, extracurriculars to put on your resume or whatever. I think that's just the wrong idea. Focus on a smaller subset of stuff that you like and really excel at it. Yeah.
Actually, I think that was the main thing that I changed between first year and second year. I really cut down on
She was part of 5 million subcoms in first year. You change your cover photo every second of the day.
Yeah, when I first started uni, because I was just excited by everything. That's okay, you want to try everything. And so yeah, I was in 3 subcoms, I was in business one, I was in just random stuff.
Did you the e-waste thing as well?
I was, but it kind of shut down because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I would, and I was working 2 or 3 jobs. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I didn't tell me this, but I kind of took his advice, right? in second year, I just kind of focused on like this stuff there's places where I thought I could make a difference, and I just focused on those things.
Like media.
Like media.
Best portfolio.
Yeah, so depth over width.
Yeah.
So getting deep.
Depth over breadth, yeah.
Yeah,
Since we're comp sci students,
Oh my gosh. Because going deep into something you generally enjoy it because you get progression, and that progression in something always ends up giving you some sort of happiness. Or something.
Yeah, progression is like the best motivator.
And having so many things does not help you because no one's gonna hire you based on knowing so much things.
It's like the jack of all.
Don't be a jack of all trades, yeah.
What is your favorite place to study on campus?
They closed my building down. So sad.
Wait, where did you use
Hilma. Upstairs Hilma. Level 5 Hilma is like the most quiet place. No one's up there. No one like only some business students. But
Yeah, if I say my study spot, will people then just suddenly start studying there? It's no longer my favorite study spot.
So many people just like listen to that specific. Wait, what is a good study spot?
Do you study at uni?
Do I study at uni?
Do you study?
Okay, if the weather's not outside on the quad is really good, because it's like outdoors but still shady. Like Elec building, Ainsworth, also.
Do you guys find it hard to focus on those areas though? Because I find
Like Ainsworth, level 3, like where all the CSE labs are, like you're gonna see people, because like all the labs are there, and I feel like you just can't really concentrate.
Oh, true. What's the most like hidden spot?
that's why I said Hilma, because no one goes there. Don't study ASB. ASB, you may see so many people.
Oh, what's that building called? Is it Seb? Near
What's that?
Seb.
Science and engineering building.
Yeah.
That's pretty quiet.
No, that's my favorite. Like you're downstairs in the
Downstairs.
area. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nice
Yeah, that's quite
because it's new, so it's like very nice.
There's also like no phone signal there, I think.
There's
That's true.
Wait, for
no
real?
phone- Yeah, there's no
phone
phone signal.
It's like a basement, but it's like a nice basement.
There's a shower.
Nice.
There's a shower there.
Yeah, there's a shower and
It's
the
a
toilets,
free
yeah.
student access, and it's always clean as well.
Yeah, the toilets are nice, and then there's like 2 showers. Like you go in the back.
yeah,
it's
it's
great.
clean.
Well, speaking of toilets, best and worst toilets on campus.
Best is the SEB building.
Worst is the Matthews food
Yeah,
court.
Matthews.
Yeah,
Matthews
it's
is pretty
bad.
nasty.
It's bad.
They have like this like hand dispenser. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
the
it's
towel.
Oh, they have that in CLB toilets, like where you walk in from the outside. It's got that weird towel thing. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't like the CLB toilets very much.
But it's in Matthews and Sylvie. Not that great.
Anything in upper campus, no. Anything lower
But it hasn't
campus.
been developed yet, mate. Give it time. Quite often, Enjo faculties get the most money, sadly, and Med.
K17 has good toilets.
Does it?
Yeah, all clean. And they always maintain and they clean.
Oh, apparently the one upstairs, right? Someone drew a diagram of like how the mirrors are laid out, and when you're washing your hands, if you look at the mirror, you can see like someone pissing into the urinal. The way it's laid out.
Love that.
TMI.
Kate's favorite toilet.
Next point.
Okay,
Just compare, yeah. Anyways. Next point.
where is your favorite place to eat on campus?
Ryan's lab.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
And you wonder why guys slide into your DMs.
Yeah, actually, one of those guys sliding into DMs was actually me. I was trying to slide into Eddy's DMs, but he hasn't like responded at all.
Best place to eat.
Stellini's, bro.
Cellini's, GYG.
Basically, all the places next to IGA in that area. Yeah, that's good.
I like Yalla Eat a lot.
Yeah.
Again, food gets better as you go lower down campus. Because like think about it, upper campus, that's Matthews.
Matthews isn't too bad, but yeah. It's,
No, Matthews has the pasta at the corner, which is good. Yeah, it's pretty good. For $10, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so that's it basically. But are there any final questions you would like you'd like to ask your other directors here?
How annoying are you, Edwina, when we like, can we put this?
You guys are really good because you've done your own marketing for pretty much all of your podcasts and
yeah, so marketing is like pretty busy with like every other portfolio, like asking for stuff. So media, we sort of like do our own marketing.
Oh, true. There's like we have like a template for like podcast releases. One of them is ping marketing. We've like never ticked that.
Yeah. 'Cause-
But it just means they can focus more on the events, which is pretty important. Getting people to like show up. Yeah. Whereas media content you can just sort of like do periodically, like whenever. You just post an audio trailer whenever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Keith. All right. Do you want to like say like we're gonna record it later? Do like a little
Oh, what?
outro.
You go.
Outro.
I did the intro.
What? Our
Did you write something on the red sheet?
Yeah, it says, yay, thank you, now shoo. What it says. Thanks for listening.
No, you weren't even looking at the camera.
I'll say it again. Thanks for listening.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.